Hello, good people. In my last video, I said that I had a couple of spooky boxes that I needed to catch up on the unboxing and that I would video them and upload them. Well, I did film them, but to be honest, I was not hugely enamoured with what I got in either of the boxes. So I decided I'm not going to upload those unboxings because they were actually quite negative. I had already decided that I was going to cancel my Spooky Box subscription. One further payment was taken just before Christmas, so I don't know if that means I'm getting another box, but after that there definitely won't be any more. I feel like I have given it a really good chance, and I have had it for quite a while. To be fair to the Spooky Box Club, if I were to go out and buy all of the items that I get in a box, or similar items that I get in a box, it would come to much more than I spend on the subscription. So in that sense, it's actually very good value for money. And to be fair to the Spooky Box Club, an awful lot of the items that you get are exclusive to the Spooky Box Club, and you wouldn't be able to get exactly the same anywhere else. But there are places that sell similar stuff. And what I had to ask myself was, would I buy this if I saw it in a shop elsewhere? Now, about 18 months ago, hubby and I went to Paris for a few days, and whilst we were there, we went to the catacombs. As you come out of the catacombs, right in front of you, there is a shop selling notebooks and shot glasses and mugs and key rings and torches and pens and all kinds of paraphernalia with skulls and tombstones, all the Spooky Box Club type stuff there. We didn't buy any of it. So an awful lot of the stuff that's come in the boxes, I wouldn't have actually bought if I saw it elsewhere. The second thing is, of all the stuff that I got, how much of it do I actually use? My first box was the Zombie box, and as I said at the time, I'm not really into zombies. In that box were a couple of really nice tea towels. One was a brain pattern, one was kind of Frankenstein's monster pattern, and they're great. They're hanging on the towel rail downstairs. They've never been used. I don't dry up, I don't wash up, I have a machine for that. So they just hang there as decoration. I also got a really groovy bone cook's apron. I have no clue where that's even gone now. Again, it's never been used. There are a few items that I do use very regularly. The first one being the cat ear headband. I use this practically every day, taking my makeup off, cleaning my face, washing my face, putting my makeup back on. So yes, I use that one a lot. The ghost lunch bag, I use that every day, or practically every day, to take my lunch to work. So that one gets used a lot. From the strange box, the purple and skull and crossbone shopping tote, I use that practically every day. When I go down to my local Tesco's Extra to save me paying the 5p plastic bag charge, I take my tote bag with me. If we're doing a bigger shop, then I take the beach bag tote with me for extra shopping bag room. From the gardening box, you may remember the little purple pouch. It's not used for gardening. In here I've got my pins and a tape measure, a small pair of snips, stitch rippers, dressmaker's chalk. I use this when I'm doing any tailoring or dressmaking. The other item that I use, although not regularly, is the little tombstone shaped, I think it was a purse or a cosmetics bag. I've actually put a small sewing kit in there, and that's up in my camp kit. I take that when we go on our medieval camps. As far as the badges are concerned, most of them have found a home on a handbag or on a jacket or on a candle somewhere around the place. Most of the phone charms have found a use, usually zip pulls or handbag ornaments. As far as the jewellery is concerned, my day-to-day jewellery is all sterling silver. If I'm going to wear costume jewellery, it's the big chunky stuff you've seen me wear, either the coin necklaces or the large collars, the real statement pieces. I don't wear little cutesy necklaces with seeds in or little cutesy necklaces of ghosts, so I haven't worn any of those. I haven't used any of the hair accessories. I think I've put one patch onto a bag and the little back patches are waiting to go somewhere. The little tombstone kitchen memo board is in a cupboard and will be used after we finish the bathroom. The next big job will be the kitchen, and I didn't want to put it up on the wall only to have to take it down again and lose the sticky on the pads on the back. So at some point in the future I will use that, but I certainly haven't used it yet. So in real terms, I think I've probably spent more money for the things that I use than I would have done had I just gone into my local high street and bought a shopping tote. Obviously it wouldn't have had skulls and crossbones on it, but nevertheless I've probably paid over the odds for those items that I do use when you consider how many of the items I got in the boxes that I don't. So that's it for me for the Spooky Box Club. I just feel really that I have got better things to spend my £25 per month on, and in fact I have already started. Hello YouTube, we are on the road. It is a rainy Sunday and we are having a road trip. It is the inaugural voyage of the new Starship Wolfbane, which I have called Nancy, much to hubby's amusement.
This ain't no technological breakdown. Oh no, this is the road to hell.
We're in deepest, darkest Kent, going to the Detling Antiques Vintage and Retro Fair, which probably means lots of old toots overpriced. But we'll have a look round and see if there's anything we find that's nice. It's a misty, moisty morning round here. To be honest, we didn't actually expect to buy much, if anything at all, at the fair. We went more for a day out because it's been about 6 weeks to 2 months since we'd had a day out together. We were ill just before Christmas, as you know, and before that we'd been spending every spare hour in the bathroom. So it was quite a pleasant surprise to actually pick up a couple of bits. The first thing I got was this rather nice brass trivet. And it is iron shaped because I've got an old-fashioned iron down in my hearth downstairs, so I've now got the trivet to put it on. The next item is a small pewter dish. As you may recall, we've gone up in the world at camp and we are now of noble status, so we can have pewter dishes rather than wooden and earthenware ones. This one I bought specifically, and I'll see if I can zoom in, because it's got a Viking longship engraving on it. Hope you can see that. So I bought this for our Norseman BFG. The last item is somewhat bigger. It's a nice little wall-mounted shelving unit. I particularly like the wiggly sides of it. That's going up on the bathroom wall. It does need a coat of varnish just to make it slightly darker so it fits in with the other pieces of furniture in the bathroom, but that will then hold some of my curiosities. I've got poison bottles and a skull-shaped bottle and various other bits and pieces that I want to go up in the bathroom to add to the Victorian-esque feel. So that's pretty much the only day out we've had. Haven't much more to tell you. After the new year, both hubby and I have got back into the swing of our usual work routine, and it's all been rather quiet. We have had some good news about Easter. The Glastonbury Medieval Fair looks all set to go ahead. It was a bit touch and go for a while. Unfortunately, due to the ravages of Storm Katie last year, the organisers ended up losing money, so this year's was a little bit uncertain. However, everyone seems to have rallied round the organisers. They've asked the traders if they mind the pitch fees going up a little bit. All the traders so far seem to have been really good and really supportive. So we're looking good for a Glastonbury Medieval Fair this year. And with so many of us having new tents, that also means new beds and new inner tents and new canopies and new this and new that. And here was me thinking that most of my sewing for our rising status was all done. Oh no. Anyway, that's me for now. Hopefully I'll have something a little more interesting for you next time. Until then, take care. Bye.